what's up all you YouTubers and all you gadget geeks? This guy here, Sony's latest noise cancelling headphones. So basically it's the WH-1000XM3. It is pretty awesome. I did try them on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a bit about the features that this thing has, the features that it actually has over the XM2s, the previous gen, and how they feel on me, and what the sound quality is like. Right? That's what they look like, and that's how they're packed. So what's awesome is now they obviously have room in the case for the headphone cable and the USB-C charging cable. So the previous one, if I were to quickly show you, they definitely did not have a compartment like this to house the charging cable and the aux cable. So that's it. Here's your USB-C charging cable, which is awesome because they switched from micro USB to USB-C for the new XM3s, and obviously, as they say, gold-plated tips, aux cable, and obviously your adapter right here, which you're going to use if you're obviously going to be traveling in a plane. And here you have the headphones. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to pull the XM2s here as well, so you can actually have a side-by-side comparison. So on your right is the older generation, last year's version, which is XM2, and you have the XM3s. So first things first, if you are to compare the two, what you'll notice is they do have a different texture on the cover here. This is the newest one, and they've gone with a plastic housing for this guy here. But to be honest, all in all, they are about the same size. However, I do think that the XM3s, the newer ones, feel lighter. In terms of the buttons, at the bottom, they've gone a different way with the XM3s. They have these buttons that protrude and don't sit flush. So which obviously is helpful because you actually can feel the button and you don't have to, like, you can, it's very easy to sense it, like touch it and obviously control it. Whereas this, you kind of need to run your hand up and down a little just to figure out where the buttons are. That was never really a problem to me. I mean, I just think they must have paid attention to other customers and reviewers and then probably went this way. This is awesome. I mean, I really didn't have a problem with either. Alright, so talking about the XM3s and having them in my hand, like I said, they definitely feel a lot lighter than the XM2s. When I say a lot, I mean actually it's not that light, but obviously you can sense it, especially when you wear it around your head. It feels a lot lighter on your head. The band does not put too much pressure. And I also love the fact that they've gone with USB-C charging, because almost all the phones and everything now out there is USB-C. So talking about some of its features, this thing has a 30-hour runtime. So one charge should get you 30 hours easily. That is definitely, it's gonna get you through the day. I hardly ever charge mine. I mean, I charge mine even though it says 30 hours, unless you're flying somewhere on a long haul flight, you are not going to be using those 30 hours at a stretch. So on top of that amazing 30-hour battery life, they have another cool feature, which is, let's say you're actually listening to music and you're commuting, you're in the bus or you're in the train, or let's say you want to go order a coffee. You don't, most of the time what you do is you probably go out there and take your headphones off and try to talk to people, right? Because that's how you probably end up ordering a coffee, right? Because unless you go to a kiosk. So yeah, just putting your right hand over the right ear cup lets you talk to people, or actually it basically lets ambient sounds come inside into the headphones, because these cushions are really padded. I mean, even if you turn down the music, you wouldn't necessarily hear people too well, because it's a really nice padded fit, right? And what this does is it actually amplifies your ambient sounds. So let's say you're talking to someone, it actually amplifies their sound, the voice or whatever it is, and then you can talk to them and just holding your hand. So another feature that this thing has, the new headphones, the XM3s have over the XM2s, is that they have the ability to actually identify what kind of sounds are coming from outside, and it manually automatically identifies which kind of environment you're in. For example, let's say you're taking a train, you're waiting to catch a train, and you're in the airport, right? You would actually be able to hear people over the intercoms and people announcing and all those announcements if you're in that mode, and that way you actually would hear what's happening around you, and you kind of get a sense of what's going on, and you're completely isolated. Basically control the amount of sound coming in and out, which I think is an amazing feature. It does have voice assistant features, such as so basically you don't even, if this is connected to your phone, then obviously all you gotta do is say hey Google, or even it works with Siri as well. These guys actually play high resolution audio, and obviously trust me, it does make a big difference. You can sense a lot of it. You can sense the difference if you're actually playing high resolution audio. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put these headphones on and basically connect it with my phone and listen to some music and tell you how I actually feel and how I hear them and what I think of music coming out of these bad boys. So I'm just going to, since my NFC is on, I'm just going to do that, and you should know. Oh, because it was already connected, I just disconnected it. Good job, buddy. Let me play some music. The sound is amazing. Now I have the XM2s. I think this thing actually trumps it with the bass. The XM2s had really good bass, everything was well balanced, but this guy here, wow, the punch, the mid-range is just amazing. Right, so I've got my XM2s, my own headphones that I've been using for the past year. So I'm gonna try and play the same song and see how they sound. Oh, I really hope they're just as good. Alright, so it's just connected. It just connected right away, just like that. See, right there. And it says, hey, you can now control Google Assistant and all that stuff, which is awesome. Right, the verdict is, I would say they're just as good, but I have a feeling the new guys actually trumped them. That actually has a better mid-range punch and a bit of that bass. But then again, it's not something I would actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, so I don't really have to go and compromise and go get one of those and spend another whole bunch of money just for that. If you've never had these on, you would still appreciate it because the sounds in that thing is amazing. So it has really good treble, and it has actually really good mid-range and really good bass. There's nothing overpowering each other, one another. It's just they all have, they're very well balanced, and that's what really matters, right? When you spend $450 on a pair of headphones like this, you want really good sound quality. And then obviously the other feature is noise cancellation, which is amazing. Noise cancellation is actually just the minute you wear them and you power them on, you can actually feel like the whole world just shut down around you, and you're like the only person who's just functioning. Yeah, it's like everything's just. What do I think of these guys over the other ones? No, I think they're pretty very similar. Just the sound is actually better on these. They're running the same neodymium drivers. So all in all, I think these guys are probably the best noise cancellation headphones. Well, the best noise cancelling headphones out there. Well, the direct competitor of these guys would be Bose Quiet Comfort QC35 Series 2. Tell you is like this thing here on the right ear cup has play, pause, basically touch sense, volume up, volume down. You can just slide your finger for next track, previous track, and if you press and hold it for a second, it goes into Google Assistant, which is pretty amazing, pretty cool. I mean, once you get the hang of it, once you get used to it, like I've gotten really used to it. The first couple of times are gonna be just a little weird because you're just doing that and you don't know where you're touching. But once you give it a few goes, and then once you get used to it, it's just that, right? You get really used to it, like volume up, down, play, pause, Google Assistant. Yeah, all in all, it's an amazing headphone. That's all I can say. So, but I do highly recommend you go try these at your nearest electronics store, like Best Buy or something. If you guys have one, try them on and see what you feel, how you feel, because at the end of the day, it's all a matter of perception, right? How it feels, and one, it could be really good, It could be really awesome to me on my head, but I don't know if it's going to be the same for you, right? So do give them a try before you go and drop almost like $500 of your hard-earned money, and see how you like them. And I'm sure if you're an audiophile, you will love them.